everyone. As always, I'm your girl, Candy Washington, and I'm also the host of the Soft Life podcast. So be sure to check out everything linked down below. Join our newsletter; it's free, and check out our courses and more all down below. But with that, let's dive into the mess. So I want to go through 5 reasons or 5 shows that I'm feeling kind of bored by Bravo. Like it's not giving me the zhuzh I usually need or the zhuzh that I want. And I want to know what you guys think. Put it down below. Let me know what you guys think. Do you agree with the shows aren't giving? It's a little bit contrived. You want a little bit more from, the season in the show. Let a girl know. Okay, so let's start with I have 5, but I have a bonus. Okay. My bonus one that I'm bored by Bravo is the fact that they're bringing back Robin Dixon on Real Housewives of Potomac. I'm pissed. I'm mad. I don't like it. I'm in my feelings. I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to be in my feelings this entire video because Bravo, I was rooting for you. But I want to know what you guys think, okay? So put your comments down below. I want to know what you think. The reason why I'm pissed and I shouldn't be this invested, but whatever, let's call a thing, is because I feel like Robin Dixon and Giselle completely played, disrespected, clowned the hell out of everybody at Bravo, from Andy Cohen to producers to executives to their cast members to us. And the fact that they're bringing Robin Dixon back, quite frankly, in any capacity, is BS to me. It's BS. Do you know what I mean? I feel like Bravo, if you want us to take you seriously as a network, if you want us to take your producers seriously as producers, Andy Cohen as the executive, I'm just so confused as to why you're bringing Robin Dixon back, quite frankly, in any capacity. Not even just a friend of, but at all. She should have been put on pause, point blank, period. After the whole BS that her and Giselle pulled with their Reasonably Shady podcast that nobody listens to, after the Juan Dixon lies, after getting married off camera and then having the sort of B-roll footage that they let Bravo play on the finale, it's just a bunch of BS. It's literally just a bunch of BS. On top of that, how they lied on Candace's husband, how they really maligned Karen, how they were in cahoots with Ashley to go against everybody else when Ashley and Giselle knew. So it's not just that you are messy and disrespectful as hell with keeping your information private, with keeping your information to yourself, but to me, the gag is how they lied in really hurtful, damaging lies on other people. That is why I'm the fact that Bravo is even entertaining bringing Robin Dixon back, that's a no for me. That's a no. I don't even know if I want to watch the upcoming season. That's a no. If you were going to bring her back, give her a pause for a season. At least act like you have some decency. You know what it's like? It's like when your best friend or one of your good friends always talks about a guy who just dogs her out, but yet she always takes him back. And it gets to a point in time where you're just I don't want to hear about it. This guy is dogging you out and disrespecting you, playing in your face, but yet you keep taking him back. I don't want to hear about it. That's kind of how I feel about Robin. Hey, Tay the Saver says, how does Gina and Emily still have a job? I agree, and that's a fantastic question. For those of you guys who don't know, Emily and Gina are on Real Housewives of OC. Word on the street is Gina did get demoted to friend of, especially because Taylor's on now, and I think Taylor got the orange, and I think Gina was demoted to friend of. But I agree. You know what I'm saying? I definitely think that Gina and Emily, I don't know how they keep a job either. Hey, Sarah Content says, miss you, Candy. Mwah, miss you too, sweetheart. Listen, you got to take vacation. You got to take a couple days off. You got to focus on yourself. So we back, we booked, we busy. Nataski says, disrespectful. Eileen Bradley says, hey, everyone. Hey, sweetheart. Foxy says, they did 100%. Exactly. Exactly. So that was my bonus one because I got 5. And I'm going to be on one because I am. I'm just on one right now. All right, now let's go to, and I want your comments too. I want to know how you feel. Put your questions down. Put your comments down. All right, now number 5. Sarah says, "Oh, I'm all for a vacation. Absolutely, yes. I had to take a couple of days off and just, breathe and chill and not focus on I didn't go anywhere or anything, but I wanted to take a break from pop culture for a bit because it was just getting to be too much. Do you know what I mean? You got to really look after your own energy, your own spirit, your own mental well-being. And I was just like, the pop culture stuff, it was getting too much. So I was like, let me take a beat. Let me sit down for a bit, come back fresh, right? Sierra Content said, Emily's just as fake and white supremacist leaning as they come. She ain't ish. That part. Emily, I don't like any of them. None of them. All right, let's go to Summer House. Let me know what you guys think, okay? Summer House to me is, hey, Vaca. Hey, what's up? Summer House to me has been a flop. I mean, a flippity flop. The whole cast is tired as hell. I mean, tired. Paige, she's corny. I don't think Paige is this like fashionista that she keeps trying to be. Like, you're not Sex in the City, Carrie Bradshaw. You're tired as hell. Paige has several seats. Nobody cares about your fake relationship with Craig, who disrespects you all day long. You act like you're like, oh, I can do all this in my relationship. He doesn't want you, boo-boo. It's not even a real relationship. You're crying. Like, it's just the most bizarre thing in the world. Let it go, Paige. Let it go. Sierra, you're gorgeous. I like Sierra, but she's kind of flat. She's kind of boring. Like, I don't know. Like Sierra's gorgeous, but I'm not invested in anything going on with Sierra. Do you know what I mean? It's like, it's not there. And like in the show itself, and this might be an unpopular opinion, but I feel like not all shows need to be, quote, diversified, if that makes sense. Like Summer House started out all white cast, hanging out in the Hamptons. It's the Hamptons, right? Montauk, whatever the hell they are, hanging out, blah, blah, doing it, getting, white girl wasted and blah, 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 blah. And it was funny. It was good. It did what it did. I didn't mind them bringing in Sarah. I thought that was great. But now that I don't know. It's just like, those shows where it's like a little too forced and it kind of loses what it was. There's a little bit of that going on too. And then also, I also feel that the cast is just tired. Like Carl and what's her face? Lindsay, they're tired. They don't want to be there. They come in, they have a stank attitude, a stale attitude, faking their relationship. I'm sorry, but you're not that happy. Lindsay is angry as all get out. She gets blackout wasted. Carl is sober, trying to deal with her. It's just a hot mess. Danielle is so codependent. It's crazy. She's losing her damn mind because her relationship is crumbling in front of her face. Lindsay's being selfish and not paying attention to her. She's codependent, doesn't know what to do. It's all imploding. Amanda and Kyle, quiet as it's kept. Kyle's my favorite person on the freaking show. I love Kyle. I actually think Kyle has shown the most growth as a person on the show. I think he's interesting. I think he's dynamic. I think he's cool. Kyle is my favorite. Maya, you are like Sierra to me. Gorgeous, cool, not invested. I just don't care. Now, this new girl, what's her name? Ashley, doing the absolute most. I don't need you to come in and be performative, slutty, wasted, all of that stuff. Thank you so much, Natalia Richards, because love the channel. Beautiful. Thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, I had to come and just give it real because I was like, prepping for today, and I was like, should I do some recaps? What's on the blogs? And I was like, you know what? No, they whack. It's whack. It's whack. It's whack. It's whack. Okay, it's whack. And I'm just gonna keep it all the way funky real. I think her name is Ashley. She came in, pop blocking and dropping it, just being a mess. Her personality, in my personal opinion, does not land for reality TV. Not invested. The other girl on here, I forget what her name is. She's the third Black girl to come on the show. She's very into, and this is the reason why I don't like watching her. I'm gonna be honest with you, is because I think it's just because she really needs to do like the inner work because she's beautiful. She is intelligent, cool chick, but she has so much like wounding. She's like a walking wound. You know, she doesn't like to hug. She talks about astrology all day long and she talks about her ex and being heartbroken and this, that. And it's just like, I don't want to watch someone on a reality TV show unless it's Iyanna Fix My Life in this much need of a healing. In this much, Gabby, thank you, Natoski. Thank you, Natoski. Gabby, in this much need of a healing, in this much need of just some therapy. Like it's too much. It's too much. And I don't think she's a bad person. I don't think that she's a bad person at all. I think that she just has low self-esteem and low self-worth. And as a viewer, it's to the point where it's hard to watch her and Ashley, Gabby and Ashley, both of them. And it also just could be where I'm at in my own life. Like maybe if I was less mature, and this is like no diss or anything, like, you know, we all have different moments in life. Like, you know, I think if I was maybe less healed, less mature, less on my own self-love grind, it would be more tolerable. But it's like anything, right? It's like when you start to evolve and you start to mature and you start to grow as a person, what you resonate with should change. So it's hard for me to take entertainment in this garbage. Do you know what I'm saying? And none of these people are bad people. They're all beautiful and doing it, but it's like, I don't want to watch this. Chris, the new guy, miss me with Chris. I don't like, I'm so confused. Who's doing the casting? It's a hodgepodge. Who's doing? Amanda is Amanda. She's been the same flat one note the entire time. I don't dislike her. I don't particularly like her. It's just Amanda. She's kind of like tofu. She's just there. Okay? She's just there. Now, when it comes to Lindsay versus Danielle, I'm team Danielle, because even though Danielle has been very codependent in the past, she has been very clear now. And she is saying, this is the thing. I am your friend. I've always been there for you. I'm clearly going through some stuff. Can you just check in on me? Can you ask me how I'm doing? Can you be involved in my life? And Lindsay, I don't know if Lindsay just is that narcissistic, if she's just that egotistical, if she's just that I don't really care about you like that, is refusing to just say, you know what, I could show up for you more as a friend. And she just makes it all about herself the entire time. You're attacking me, Lindsay. Nobody can be bothered to attack you. You should be thankful Danielle even wants to be friends with you. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. All right, let's see what you guys are saying in the chat box. All right. Vodka says, Candy. Vodka says, we are talking Summer House and other Real Housewives. Will you be watching RHOA? I'm going to be giving RHOA a chance. Yes. I'm going to give it a chance. I did not watch the last season, but I'm going to give it a chance. Janet Martin says, I can't with Paige. Me either. Eileen Bradley says, pop culture is dark these days, draining. Yes, I had to take a break. I had to take my own mental health break. I was like, I need to relax on the stuff. Nataski says, it's getting fake. They're getting too old. It's tired is what it is. It's dry. It's dry. It's dry. It's tired. It's repetitive. I want to see it. Hey, Juanita, what is up? She goes, hey, Candy and the Candy Canes. Hey, sweetheart. Natasha says, Gabby is annoying. Eileen says, never seen Summer House. It strikes me as Barbie and Ken's dream house. Doesn't appeal to me. It used to be that way. And to be honest, it used to be like way more interesting and way more engaging. It's devolved into a lot of BS. Natalia says, so I heard Jax and Brittany have their jobs back, so I see their punishment over Faith has expired. Bravo fake outrage. Yeah, I heard that too. Not only do they have their job back, but they got that Peacock spinoff, almost like the People's Couch, where it's like Jax and Brittany watch Vanderpump Rules. Yeah. So I guess they don't care anymore. But the thing is, I believe Jax got fired over something he sent to somebody else, but I agree. It's like the fake outrage. It's ridiculous. Janet says, Amanda acts more and more like she's up Paige's butt. I agree. And like, honestly, Paige, like, you're not that it for me. Like, your fashion to me is derivative. Like, you aren't a person who I think has style. I think Paige is someone who copies. I'm not saying she copies the other girls. I just think that she copies like whatever is trending on Instagram. And that's not style to me. Like, I don't think she has style. That makes sense. All right, you guys. Hey, April, what's up? What's up? Hey, Miss T, what is up, sweetheart? April says, yes, we need a review on Roa and Beverly Hills. It's always on point and accurate. Yes, when Beverly Hills actually comes back, and they're on my list for the BS. And I'm going to get there. They are on my list for the BS. And it better not. I hope, fingers crossed, I hope Beverly Hills proves me wrong. I want them to prove me wrong, but they're on my list. Okay. Oh, Natalia says he called Billy a transphobic slur. Oh. See? I don't even rock with Billy, but I rock on the side of the rights, and I rock on the side of humanity. That's not cool. Okay. All right, let's go. I heard Rinna back. Is that true? No, I don't think Rinna's back. I don't think she's back. See, they were smart enough to put her on a pause, but I think it was because she was bigger than Bravo at that point, like her problems. All right, now let's move on to, because that was Summer House, and I think we bodied them. The old ones are boring. The new young ones are doing the absolute most and trying too freaking hard. And I'm over it. It's boring. It's not authentic. I don't care. Now let's move on to Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip Season 3. Again, I'm pissed. Disappointed, fell flat. And I'll tell you why. And again, put your comments down. Whether you agree or disagree, let's have a fun kiki and let's just get into it and talk about it. Okay, this is why this fell flat for me. A couple of things. Number one, casting. 1-800-PEACOCK. Bling, 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 executives. If you need help casting, call Candy Washington. She'll help you out because this was a fail. And I'm going to tell you why. The main casting fail that they did was Real Housewives of Miami. It should not have been Marisol and Alexia. I think they should have done Alexia and Adriana. And I'll tell you why. Because that is the relationship that I think could have healed and could have mended and could have seen growth and evolution throughout Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip. I did not want, Marisol is a vibe in the confessional when she has her cockies and she's not eating and she's just drinking all day long and she has the one-liners, vibe. But there was no place for Marisol's and Alexia's, quote, friendship to go that would be more entertaining or elevated than what it already do. Marisol always comes to Alexia with some gossip BS. Alexia carries the bone and takes it back to the group, and then it's a big blow up. We get it. Rinse, wash, and repeat. But they couldn't even do that on this trip because they don't even know the girls like that. You know what I'm saying? They don't even know the girls like that. I think it would have been way more interesting to watch Alexia and Adriana without Marisol and see if they could have repaired their once really strong friendship. I think that would have been the way to go. Now, another casting fail. Leah? I'm uber confused. Uber confused. I don't get it. Where did that come from? Isn't RHONJ Legacy even like canceled? And or maybe it's coming back. I don't know what the deal is. And even if so, or if not, Leah, that was the one you thought would make or break this trip? I'm confused by that. All right, she's there, and then she shows up, and all she does is have an attitude, bleed, and poop all over the place. Leah was a mess. Leah didn't want to be there. She just wanted the check. So she was like, let me pretend like I'm sick, go to the infirmary. Oh, let me go to the last dinner so I can get this check. It was Leah. I don't know why Leah was there. I don't know. She was a fake friend with Candace. Candace, Leah doesn't like you. Trust me, Leah does not like you. She just used you. She complained, she whined, she bled, she pooped. It was gross. I wasn't here for it. She brought nothing but a bad energy and a bad vibe. Horrible casting. Horrible casting. Leah doesn't even have any allies on the show she's on. I don't know why they thought she would come on the Real Housewives of Girls trip and be a vibe. She's not. Horrible. Another reason why it was really hard to watch. It wasn't fun. It wasn't fun to me. I didn't laugh. Like, sure, they had some shades here or there, some weird moments, but the energy was not fun. It was a downer. It was a drain. And I really blame Giselle. And I know everybody likes Pop It Open Portia, but I blame Giselle and Portia for this. And I'll tell you why. I think Giselle and Portia, prior to the trip or right before the trip started, got together and said, we're going to be the producers on the trip. We're going to stir the pot. We're going to bring the drama. We're going to call all the ladies to task. And you could tell they were only doing it because they think that that's what their job is. That's not your job, boo-boo. Your job is to be a cast member, not a producer. And that's where it felt very inauthentic. It felt very fake and very, very forced. Oh, Heather and what's the other girl? Heather and Whitney. Let's talk about your problems. They start talking about their problems. We talked about enough. I'm bored. Let's move on to the next. It's like, so you don't actually care. You just got the tea. And then now you're trying to go in and throw little bombs. And then when Candace asked Giselle about the man she was seen with in Miami or wherever the hell she was, she literally got up and started stretching so she didn't have to answer the question. So you want to come to girls trip, act like a producer, ask all these weird forced questions that literally nobody gives a hell about. We didn't need to talk about Mormonism and the book and Whitney and Heather. Like, it was just the dumbest thing, and it just wasn't a vibe, and it sucked the energy out of the entire show. Marisol called it. Alexia called it. Heather called it. Leah called it. You know what I'm saying? It was just an energy suck. It was contrived and it was fake and it wasn't fun, because what you need for fun is authenticity. When it is lacking authenticity, when conversations don't happen organically, when people are not actually being their true authentic selves, it cannot be fun. And that's what sucked out of it. The fun was sucked out of it. Candace, boo-boo, I like Candace way more now, but she's just annoying. She's just annoying. She didn't particularly do anything wrong, to be honest. I like her a lot. I think she's grown a lot, but she's just kind of like annoying. Like, everything she does, she's like, you guys, and she was just a little annoying. Not that she really did anything wrong, to be honest. She was a little bit annoying. Heather and Whitney, to me, I can't stand Whitney. Again, Whitney, this is one thing Heather said that I think sums up my issue with Whitney. I'm going to paraphrase it because I can't remember it verbatim. She said, your opinion is not fact. And I think that is really the issue I have always had with Whitney. And I think Heather really encapsulated your opinion is not fact. So, and Heather used to do this too when it was bad weather until they broke up. They would get together, but mostly Whitney, and create scenarios and stories and schemes literally in their own minds. But then they would go back and report it as if it were fact. Just because you think something does not make it true. Just because you say something or you have an opinion about something does not make it true. So miss me with it, Whitney. Now, this is the thing. If you're going to have Whitney and Heather, let them do their thing on their own. I didn't need Giselle poking in and prodding and doing all of that. Speaking of boring gizzard neck Giselle, who also needs to have a several seats with what's her face Robin. The fact that she dragged out, whatever the proper word is, this stupid tequila bottle storyline. Like I literally wanted to go through the screen. I'm not a violent person, but I wanted to pop her in her head, metaphorically, with the tequila bottle and be like, shut up. Shut up. It was so annoying. First of all, Giselle, can you not afford to get another tequila bottle? Secondly, did you even pay for the first one? Like, you're so pressed about this tequila bottle. Like, what did it cost you? Your firstborn child, your next mortgage payment on your house. Like, why are you so pressed for this tequila bottle? It just didn't make any sense. It just didn't make any sense. Miss T, that's not true. They did sexualize Pepsi, but just and that remember when they were like, oh, Pepsi's getting like horny or whatever. He did his whole little thing and all that stuff. But you're right, it wasn't overly. That is true. That's right. Tay Tay says I hated the tequila bottle gate. It was boring. It was unnecessary, and I wish someone would have. Just like Donna D said, hey, Donna D, shows people need to keep calling Giselle out her stuff at every opportunity. They continue to let her get away with asking the questions and giving Donna the answers. Exactly. They really do need to start calling her out. And this is another thing. Exactly, Donna D, the tequila bottle was a deflection. This is another thing. How come, no, and I agree, how come nobody said to Giselle, shut up and sit down? If I were there, it would not have been a tequila bottle gate. It would have been like, girl, do you need me to cash app you, Venmo you, how much it costs to cover the bottle of tequila? But guess what? I'm not. Because it's not up to me to placate a grown woman having a temper tantrum over a tequila bottle. So I'm going to keep my cash and my Venmo and my cash app because I'm not the one to placate. I'm not going to placate you. I'm not going to enable you with you feeling entitled in the BS. And it was nothing but a deflection because what storyline did Giselle have other than meddling into other people's business? And that's not a storyline. It's not a storyline. Being a jerk isn't a storyline. She was boring. It fell flat. And I felt like Portia was right there with her. Like, yeah, girl, we're going to do this. We're going to be the producers. We're going to stir it up. We're going to prove to Bravo to bring us back and blah, blah, blah. And the producer was just like, again, Portia, it's Peacock, not Bravo. And Portia, sure, she got some shade in. Sure, she got some stuff in. But I felt kind of like, I don't know what it is for me and Portia, but I just don't have it for her. She's never been she's Portia to me. Like she's never given, like I've never been a big Portia person, especially after the whole Fallon and Simon debacle. That to me was the first Scandoval, right? Where it's like now I'm engaged to my castmate's still husband, right? Because that's what she did. She was engaged to Simon when Fallon was literally still married to him. That was the first Scandoval. And I got something for Scandoval too, because I'm not with it. But we'll get to that. I don't know. Portia, I think she had some really good moments where she did open up and she talked about like her postpartum and all of that stuff. So she did have some really good, authentic, relatable moments. I will give her that. but something just seemed a little off with Portia. I think maybe if she hadn't aligned with Giselle, like I actually think Portia and Candace would have been a better vibe for me. Do you know what I mean? I think that would have been the better vibe. Whitney and Heather, who cares? They could have, they could have done their own stuff. That's what I think on that. All right. Baka says Portia is a loser. I don't go anyone likes her at all. I agree. Natoski says exactly. That is insane. April says exactly. Portia a fraud and a fraud as Giselle. 100%. Thank you, Miss T, for holding me down. Zove says, yeah, we are bored with Heather and Whitney Mormon mess. So bored. So bored. Like, can we please move on? Exactly. So says I like Candace, but she is annoying. Thank you. Okay, you guys. I feel good. I'm like, yes, my candy canes understand me. Cause I was like, bravo. You done messed up, bravo. You done messed up. Barbara says, Portia and Giselle ruined the whole show. They producing from those two ruined it. I agree. Because the work was showing. It was too produced. It was too obvious. And it sucked what could have been even with this wackadoodle cast, I think it could have been really interesting. It at least would have been way more fun, but it was too much. It was just too much. All right, let's move on to our favorite girls, Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. All right, I hope my predictions are wrong. Hey, Sarah Real Talk, what's up? She goes, hello, Candy, my love. Hey, sweetheart. Natoski says, I literally was so bored, I stopped watching. Literally, exactly. Self says Pepsi. I love it. Okay, now listen. I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong because I love Beverly Hills. That's my sweet spot. You guys know that. But I've got some concerns. My first concern was I went from excited to concerned with the let's just have everybody come and film for season 13. We've got Denise coming back. We got Kim Richards coming back. We got Camille coming back. And I bet you Kathy will be back. We got, who else is coming back? A bunch of other people, right? It was like, everybody's coming back. And at first I was like, yes, this is going to be so good. But then another part of me was like, is it going to be good or is it going to be sloppy? And by sloppy, what I mean is it's going to be too many women vying for too little spots where the storylines get either forced or watered down and there's actually no resolution or no like consistency or it doesn't make sense. Do you see what I mean? Where it's like, if we just bring everybody back, does the show lose its trajectory? If that, you know what I mean? It's cohesion. Like, how does Kim Richards play into Denise Richards coming back, plays into Camille coming back, plays into this person coming back? Like, is it going to be too many cooks in the kitchen? Right? That's my only concern. I'm still excited though, because I still want to see what every person gives. I want to see what Denise gives and Camille and all that. I still want to see. I just hope it doesn't get too sloppy and we see 4 storylines because people are just trying to prove their spot, or we get things that it's like, oh, this was on this episode, and then the next episode's a whole different story. The next episode, it's a whole different story. The next episode's a whole different story because we have so many people. It's like, how do you do A, B, C, D, E, F, D, A, like 1, 2, 3, when you have 25 people? Do you know what I'm saying? So let's see what happens there. Okay. My second concern with the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Oh, Tian says, Sarah Contes, it does seem like they're all getting along. That better not be the case. LOL. Wait, Sierra, because I have kind of the same, kind of the different on that one. Miss T says, how many of them are just friends? That's the thing. We don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like what they do. They will bring 20 people on and then you don't know who's going to be the friend of and all of that stuff. So we don't know who are friends. We don't know who's full-time. I think the OGs who are there from the last season, I think they're probably full-time. But yeah, Brandy's not coming back because she showed her butt on Ultimate Girls on, was it Ultimate Girls Trip? Was it Ultimate Girls Trip? Yeah, Ultimate Girls Trip with Caroline. So she was supposed to come back herself. but then she, showed her butt, and I don't think they're bringing her back. Tian says, I think the storylines were boring, so they're trickling in all the ex-housewives to keep the ratings up. It could be that too. It could be that too. Okay, now this is my other concern with the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I want to know what you guys think, okay? It's my other concern. Yes, they're all, quote, getting along, but what I heard they're beefing over is allegedly Crystal Minkoff and Erica Jane, who are now friends, I guess, were beefing with the new housewife, Anne Marie, over her very controversial issues, her controversial thoughts, her controversial opinions, whatever that may be. And that, at the homeless, not toothless benefit that we all love, they were getting into it. Now, what I had heard was that Anne Marie's, I haven't heard anything that she has said. I could be wrong. I could have missed this. But I believe what came up was that it was her husband who had his opinion about trans children, trans people competing in sports, whether it's trans females or transgender men and all of that stuff. He had his whole opinion on it and whatever the case may be, right? Now, this is my thing here. I'm not going to give my opinion on the trans community because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. I, at my core, just believe that every human being on this planet has the explicit right to express themselves however they damn well choose. Point blank, period. I don't think it's anybody's place to tell somebody else who they are. Now, with that being said, I do not want another season of phobics. Oh, this person was a racist. This person was homophobic. And Crystal, girl, didn't you learn nothing from Sutton? Oh, you're not the girl who sees color, are you? You're not the girl who says you don't see color. Oh, you said something that was very dark and then never say what the dark thing was because there was no dark thing. It's like, did you not learn from then? So it's like, I just don't want it to devolve back into we need to expose and we need to call out and it's the dark stuff of it all. I want it to be, yes, call out in a key way. Yes, have drama. Yes, have fun and all of that stuff. But I just personally want to leave any of the phobias and phobics and isms in the past. I'm done. Like, I'm spent. I've done it. I don't want to hear another racist, homophobic, transphobic, supremacist. I'm done. I'm spent. I'm tapping out. I am tapping out. So I just don't want it to be another season of, this sort of not witch hunt, because again, I'm on the side of love when it comes to that. God made you perfectly as you are, and no other person can tell you who you are. Nobody can tell you that, right? I'm on that side. I'm spent. I'm tapped out. I'm tapped out on any of that stuff. It's enough. Like, we have enough of that real stuff in the world. We have enough of, you go on Instagram, you go on Twitter, you turn on the news, TikTok. It's always like, this person is getting killed. This person's getting this. Like, I'm tapped out. I'm tapped out. Tapped out. So I just really hope it's not going to be a season of that. You know what I mean? So those are my concerns when it comes to Beverly Hills. I'm also tapped out on Erica Jane. Like, I saw her on Watch What Happens Live. She was like a secret special guest. They were doing some weird, little dumb game they were doing. And she was one of the secret special guests, and she was all skinny and emaciated. And she was like, I have my show in Vegas. And, like, everybody loves a good comeback. And Andy's like, yeah, you look great. Yeah, Erica. And then whoever the people were on the show, I forgot who they are. I don't even know who the hell they were at this point. They're like, wow, Erica, yeah, we love you. You look amazing and great. And I was like, what the hell? I'm so confused. Have we forgotten about the victims? Have we forgotten about the orphans and the burn victims and, all of the fraud Tom Girardi did? Did we forget he's been indicted at this point? But we're just sitting up here with, Erica and Ozempic face like it's no big deal. Like, we're just cool like that? Like, this is her, like, redemption? It still blows my mind how Andy and Erica and other people act like Erica is at all a victim in this situation. Oh, everybody loves a comeback and you look so great. And, you have your Vegas Reagan's like, no, no, no. She should be in jail, not taking Ozempic shots all day long, looking like a freaking Skeletor and being in Vegas. No, she should be in jail, literal jail. And it just irritates my soul how she pretends and how people act like she is a victim on any level. And that is so irritating to me. So I'm gonna try and watch, but if they get dark with the trans stuff, if Erica it plays the victim, it's not gonna be a good look. So I hope I am wrong. It is my hope that I am wrong about Beverly Hills. I hope that bringing everybody back, it's going to be a vibe. It's going to make sense. It's not going to be forced or all over the place. I hope that they can address whatever they need to address with Anne Marie, squash it in a good way, and keep it popping, And Erica Jane, I hope that they continue to hold her feet to the frickin' fire and crucify her at every single turn that they get. I know Crystal's up her butt now. Maybe Sutton's up her butt. I bet you Kyle's up her butt. Garcelle, you better not be. Not after the way she played your children's, So I hope I'm wrong about Beverly Hills. I hope I'm wrong. But I spiritually and mentally cannot do another season of the phobias and the isms and all of that stuff. We got to just stop. We got to stop. All right, let's see what you guys are saying. Sarah Content says, Crystal and Erica are cool. Oh, Lord, Crystal, baby, you clicking and you clicking down. Exactly. Nataski says, sports are a different level, though. Sarah Real Talk says, yes, agree, Candy, 100%. I'm fed up with that stuff. Race baiting, etc. Let's have a different vibe. I agree. Let's have a totally different vibe. I'm not saying they all have to be kumbaya, but let's have just fun again. Let it be fun. Light shade, light tea, light drama, and fun. I don't need it to be all the way down to hell every time. That's not what we want. Sarah Conda says that's sad that they need to use Newbie's tweets as a major storyline for the whole season. That is crazy and lazy. Let me find out Real Housewives of Beverly Hills gonna fall off like Roa did. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm concerned about. Exactly, Sarah. Because I was like, wait a minute. They're talking about homeless, not toothless. We get it. Kyle, have you guys seen how Kyle is looking? Her face, not even the weight at this point. Did she, are her teeth gone? Kyle, I'm praying for you, Kyle. I'm not even trying to come at you like that. I'm praying for you, Kyle. Her face just looked like, I can't even do it. It's a mess. Lay off the Ozempic, girl. Sarah Talk says, I think we will be disappointed, Candy. It's bound to happen. I hope not. Miss T says, are Crystal's ex-friends coming on? That's the thing. They were supposed, at least one of the ex-14 friends was supposed to come on. But I don't know who that is. I saw a photo of all the girls going to Spain, and there was this cute little bubbly blonde next to Garcelle, and I didn't know who she was. So maybe, I don't know if she's just a random or whatever. So who knows? Zoe says, yes, it's concerning me too with the cattle call casting with Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I agree. That's another thing. I don't know. I've never heard Anne Marie talk, so I don't know what her energy or vibe is. But I'm not sure if her energy or vibe is going to fit in with Beverly Hills. To be honest, I was thinking about it today. I don't know why, because again, I don't know her vibe just yet, but just what came up was that I think Anne Marie would be a really good fit on the OC. Maybe it's because she's conservative. Maybe that's why I thought that. And basically all the girls on OC are very, very conservative. Maybe that's why I thought that, but I don't know. We'll see. Sierra says, does Bravo have too many stale people at the helm of the company? It's giving lost the plot. Thanks for keeping it real about this, Candy, unlike other paid for bloggers. Thank you. Listen, that's the thing. I am not paid by anybody but the good Lord. God is my supply, okay? God pays me. Not Bravo, not any of the other people. I keep it all the way real. All the way 100 real. And I'm telling you right now, it is giving lost the plot. It's giving I don't know. And I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because it's about to be summertime and people just want to check out and go on vacay. I get it. But I feel like all of the Bravo shows are just not it. They're not hitting it. Summer House, flop. Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip Season 3, flop. I hope Real Housewives of Beverly Hills won't be a flop, but it's giving rinse, wash, and repeat vibes, right? But speaking of that, oh, hi, Irene. It was enough on the news. Don't need it on reality also. Exactly. Tian says, I agree. I love a season of light shade funny, but not too deep. Me too. Natoski says, so over Erica. The same. April says, Erica back in Vegas performing. Yep. She apparently she has like her own what's it called, a regency? Is it a regency? A legacy? A residency. Wow, Candy, wow. She's a residency at Las Vegas. So who knows? Nataski says, yep, don't care about her at all. Kristen says, it's to drain you, probably to sabotage a season to bring back Brenna. It could be that too. It could be that too. Hey, Eileen. She goes, Crystal sees boohoo unfair in everything, even if she has to make it up. And Erica will ride with any storyline that doesn't involve her shady stuff. So I'm skeptical about the so-called phobia. I agree. Irene says, bored with Jersey too. We about to get on Jersey. That's the next one. Soph says, Martina, a lesbian from Real House of Miami, agrees that girl sports are for girls. She's not phobic of any kind. I'm tired of these labels. If we have different beliefs, it doesn't mean hate or phobic. Exactly, Soph. I agree with you 100%. Just because you have a different opinion or a different belief or a different perspective or way of thinking about something does not make it you hateful or phobic. I agree 100%. Natasky says, my favorite iconic Candy line was when you were talking about aging gracefully and you go, God's plan. Exactly. Oh, that's right. And Tay the Saver says, did you hear that Teddy is back on Beverly Hills? Thank you, Teddy. That was who I was missing when I was naming everybody. It's a hodgepodge. Teddy's back? That's what I'm talking about. They're just literally taking everything and throwing it at the wall and seeing what sticks. Teddy ain't it. She ain't it. All right, now let's move on to Jersey. Janet says Teresa, Louie, and Teresa's girl need to be gone. That's the thing. I think Teresa needs to be gone, and Melissa and Joe Gorga and their family needs to be gone. No shade to the children, obviously. Now, this is the thing. Jersey. I was not watching until I started watching. And then now I'm all caught up on the new season of Jersey. And I'm not going to lie. I am enjoying it. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying the new season of Jersey. I didn't think I would. However, let me preface that with the BS. I'm enjoying the new girls. Rachel is a rat. Just like Danielle said. I really like the new Danielle. I really like her. I really like the new Danielle. I think she's cool. I think she's fun. I think she's giving it. I even like Rachel, even though I think Rachel is very much a pick-me. She's very much a fake goody-goody. I feel like she's really kissing Margaret's butt. I feel like she's really kissing Melissa's butt. I feel like she really wants to be in good with them, and she's really kissing their butts. I think she was very two-faced as hell. When Rachel and Danielle were talking about everybody, they weren't even talking about everybody in a negative way. They're just saying, oh, I heard this, I heard that, I heard this, I heard that. And then Rachel goes back behind Danielle's back to try and throw her under the bus with Margaret and Melissa and everybody else in order to make herself look good. Oh, like that to me is classic pick-me, low self-esteem, female, and I'm not sexist, I'm just being honest, female type behavior. You're going to go and kick it and kiki with me in my face, and then you're going to go turn around and spin it like I was talking about people behind their back so you look like you're the one that they want to hang out with and not be cool with me? That is some ultimate pick-me, snake, rat type behavior. I'm with Danielle 100% all the way on this. Margaret is insufferable. Insufferable. Hey, Chocolate Chunks! I got so happy for Chocolate Chunks. Like, calm down, Candy. I got so excited. Margaret is insufferable. I think she does have an arsenal on everybody. And Margaret, I'm not trying to I don't know what it is. I'm going to keep it real. Margaret to me reminds me of cottage cheese. I'll just leave that there. She gives me cottage cheese vibes. I'm just going to leave that there. Anyway, I'm done with Margaret. I think she's mean. I think she's a liar. I think that she takes people's business and their secrets and throws it in their face. I'm not into Margaret. Just going to be perfectly honest. Melissa Gorga and versus Teresa, I'm so over it. Like, I think that the season would have been so much better if they stopped force feeding us this Teresa is the queen versus Melissa scenario. Like, I'm over it. I'm over it. I actually don't mind Teresa. I'm tired of Teresa versus Melissa. I'm tired of Joe Gorga being against his sister. It's tired. Who cares? Let it go. Not interesting. I think it would have been more interesting if they focused more on the newbies, focused more on Jen, focused more on Dolores. I love Dolores. Black Dolores. The reason why I call her Black, if you know why I call Dolores Black Dolores, then you are my people and we see each other. Put it in the chat box if you know why I call Dolores Black Dolores. Shout out to Black Dolores. I love Dolores. I'm happy that she is creating boundaries. I'm happy that she's found love. She looks great, but like, stop with, like, again, I'm not telling any person what they should and should not do with their body. I'm just saying, Dolores, I think you're in a sweet spot. She came on Watch What Happens Live. She had lost all the weight. She was on Ozempic. She's like, I don't want to be the biggest one at the reunion. She lost all the weight. And Margaret was on peptides, also basically a form of Ozempic, got all skinny and stuff. And it's just, again, it's not my place to tell anyone what they can and cannot do with their own bodies. I get that. However, it is just my wish that they would see how beautiful they already are and they stop before they do something that either really hurts them or gets them to a place that they cannot come back from. Do you know what I mean? So, yes, Sarah Lotox says Wendy Williams. The Toxic says William Wendy's babies. That's right. Yes, yes. Love and Black Dolores. Yes, Wendy Williams, 100%. How you doing, Wendy? Yes, Black Dolores. Yes, that's Dolores. I love it. She said peptides like collagen. No, it was like peptides like hormones or something like that. She called them peptides. Something like that. Exactly. Sarah talks, I love the Dolores. But she's gonna start looking like a crocodile handbag, too much tanning. Yeah. Sarah Content said, exactly. Rachel liked to pretend like she's like, I don't know what she's doing. And Margaret is not ladylike enough to be as evil as she is. At least be fabulous if you're going to be a villain like Miranda Priestley. That part. Tay Tay says, why do you call her Black Dolores? I call her Black Dolores because that's what Wendy Williams called her. So Wendy Williams used to always call Dolores Black Dolores. So that's why I started calling her that. Yep. And they did get along. Yep. So this is the thing. I think that Jersey and I was annoyed, and this might be an unpopular opinion, or it could be a popular one. Let me know. I was annoyed that what's her name? What is her name? Is it Jennifer? Not Jennifer. Jackie. I was annoyed that Jackie was demoted. I love Jackie. I love Jackie Goldschneider. I love her. I think she is a vibe. You know what it is? I think Jackie and I have very similar personalities. So maybe I'm just being narcissistic and egotistical because I think Jackie and I have very, very similar personalities, and I just really like her. I like her a lot. I think we have really. I wish Jackie wasn't demoted. I like her a lot, and she's healthy. She's happy. You know, she's into it. I love that. Jen Aiden is a star to me. She's a star to me. And I'll tell you why. The reason why I think Jen Aiden is a star is because she's keeping it all the way funky. She's keeping it all the way. Barbara says, I can't stand Jackie. Oh, no. No, Barbara. Yeah. So, Yeah, Jen says I like Jack. Yeah, gossip news and true crime says me and Jackie are the same. Yes, me and Jackie are the same too. Oh, Barbara says I can't stand. Oh no. Oh, we still love you. Okay, so this is the thing, right? So to me, Jen Aiden keeps it all the way funky, all the way 100. You know, she's like, this is the good, the bad, and the ugly, and she can read a person down. I'm here for Jen. I like her. I think she's cool. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I really, really do like her. And Baka says, I despise Jackie. Sarah Real Talk says, Jackie chugging Guinness. Oh my gosh, couldn't be me. Yeah, I can't chug anything. Like, those days are over. Natasha says, I think Dolores is Sicilian, which is genetically a mix, so could be. Yeah, yeah. Well, this is the thing. I think that, I think I have my own opinion on why I actually think Wendy calls her Black Dolores. I don't think it's about being Sicilian, but but I agree. The Sicilian gives you the darker skin tone. Baka says, I really only like Teresa. I like her too. Barbara says, I like Jennifer. She could take the whole room full of people and not even break a sweat. That part. Gossip News says, Sarah, I can chug any alcohol. Oop. The Toxie says, I don't mind Jen though. Yes. Now that's the thing. Like, I'm enjoying Jersey way more than I thought I was going to. Separate from Melissa and Teresa drama. Now, that to me, we can miss me with that. Next season, it can't be both. Like, either they both go or only one comes back. But I can't do it. And to be honest, I want Teresa back and I want Melissa to go. Because I think Melissa is so fake. You know, it's like, this is what really gets me. And I've seen this so much more now that I watched this season. Melissa will not let anyone forgive or be back friends with Teresa. And also, Melissa will not allow Teresa to actually evolve. Like, you can't say, oh, your apology isn't authentic. Oh, you that's not really who you are. That's not really who you are. Oh, you're being fake. That's not real. That's not what you really want. And it's just like, you keep saying you want peace. You keep saying you want things to be better. You keep saying you want an apology. She's offering peace. She's giving apologies. And yet you keep saying, oh, I know the real you. That's not you. Girl, bye. And I believe the rumor. I think she probably was cheating on Joe. But I think Joe was probably cheating on her too. Bloop. 100%. And I think Margaret knew, and she told her friend Laura. And on Mad Day, Laura told everybody else. But because Margaret and Melissa still have an alliance, and Melissa needed Margaret to say it was a lie, they're all in it together. Melissa can go. Janet says, I pick Melissa over Teresa any day and take Louis with her. Now, Louis is scary to me. I think there's a tick, tick, boom with Louis. Like, I think he's like a Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. Baka says, Melissa has always been the problem here. Sarah says, Melissa is so fake. T, yes. Let's see what you guys are saying. Irene says, just take that whole family, gotta go. Miss T says, both of the ladies bring up old BS that they said that they would let go. True. The Toxies at Gossip News, True Crime Network, same. Baka says, I don't think Melissa could find anyone else to be interested in her but lame Joe. Oop. Tian says, Margaret apparently said that the Gorgas need to go. Ooh, trouble in paradise. Trouble in paradise. What's going on? Tasky says, agree. Janet says, he's scary. Tasky says, yeah, he's a ticking time bomb. Yeah, he's ticky, ticky, boom, boom. Sierra says, Joe Gorga is far more scary than Louis. See, this is the thing. I think Louis is scarier than Joe because I think Louis is a covert narcissist. He likes to manipulate people. He likes to, spin his little web and has his little like fake toxic positivity. Whereas I think Joe Gorga is just kind of like a goon. He's kind of like, okay, guys, and he's kind of like, he's putting on a show. He's going above and beyond and being goonish, but it's a show. He wants to be the star. He wants to have the drama. He's putting on the bravado and it's a show. And he's really not that deep. Whereas Louis, I think, is very manipulative and very calculated. So I think Louis is actually scarier than Joe, if that makes sense. Let's see. Miss T says, I don't like the way Louis talks to Teresa, especially when you get mad. Yeah, I think Teresa got fully gaslit, manipulated, and she should have got the prenup. Bloop. Always get the prenup. Barbara says, it can't bear another season of Josephine and Melissa. I agree. Gossip News says, Sarah, look, the good news is that I don't show signs I am drunk. However, I'll let you guys be drunk around me. I'll pick the bad decisions for you. Tay Tay the Saver says, Margaret only cares about herself. Yep. Sarah Real Talk says, Red Louis is a control freak, 100%. Oh, and this is another thing that is irritating to me. This is a PSA for Bravo in general. PSA in general for Bravo. Everybody at Bravo, producers and cast members, you need to get the correct definition of the word hypocrisy. I'm sick and I am so freaking tired of people throwing around the word hypocrisy like they actually know the definition of it. And I'm going to tell you that now. Stop with the hypocrisy. Stop calling everybody hypocrite. Guess what? 98% of what Bravo calls hypocrisy is not hypocrisy. It's not. For example, Real Housewives of New Jersey. Messy ass Margaret keeps calling Jen Aiden a hypocrite because Jen Aiden called her out for sleeping with a married man while she was also married. She goes, well, Jen, you're a hypocrite because what's Jen Aiden's husband name? Whatever, Jen Aiden's husband, your husband cheated on you and you stayed with him. So you're a hypocrite for calling me out for cheating on my husband and for being the other woman. That's not hypocrisy, you idiota. That's not hypocrisy. Hypocrisy would be if Jen Aiden herself was cheating on her husband and then she called you out for having cheated on your husband. That would be hypocrisy, you idiot. It is not hypocrisy because Jen was actually the victim in the situation. Her husband cheated on her. Her husband is the you, Margaret, in the situation. Okay? Your husband, who doesn't even talk to you or mess with you like that, neither does his kids, is the Jen in the situation. That's not hypocrisy, you ding dong bat. I'm so sick of people using the word hypocrisy incorrectly. So sick of it. So sick of it. All right. Let's move on to Scandoval. Vanderpump Rules. Okay. Bill, thank you. Thank you, Bill. This is the thing. Let's talk about the Scandoval of it all. I'm tired. I'm tired. Does anybody else have Scandoval fatigue? I'm tired. I'm really tired. I get it. Tom Sandoval is horrible for what he did. Maniacal, narcissistic, weirdo, misogynistic, cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. I get it. Rachel, Fatal Attraction, boiling bunnies in her spare time. Also very cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs and dead wrong. No remorse. Very, very scary. Okay. Ariana, I'm happy she's having her glow up. White House Correspondents' Dinner, Bloomingdale's gig, her TV gig, her movie, all that stuff. I'm happy she's glowing up. But right now I'm kind of just enough is enough with Scandoval. It's spotted at pizza shop. Raquel and Tom not looking happy. It's it's just, I got it. I get it. It's enough. And as much as I love Ariana and I'm team Ariana and I'm very supportive in her glow up and I'm really, really happy for her, it's not like she cured cancer. And then again, this might be an unpopular opinion. Y'all might be mad at me for this. But I'm it's not like Ariana saved babies out of a burning house. I get it. What she did was horrible. She did the same thing. She did the same thing to Kristen, just on a lesser scale. But she did the same exact thing. You know, she was drinking Tom Sandoval's Kool-Aid. She was, having sex with Tom Sandoval when he was in a relationship with another woman. She gaslit and badmouthed Kristen, while he was with her. She fought against all the other girls. Same exact thing. Now, I understand and I appreciate the depth and the level and the nuance and the difference of this situation. At this point, Tom and Ariana were like 9, almost 10 years deep. They have a $2-3 million house together. They're in business together. Rachel was cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs and was rocking in Ariana's face like she was her bestie. And then they did that really weird stuff with like the Halloween and all of that stuff. Like, I totally get it. They took that stuff to like a totally different, deeper level. I totally get it. But enough. I want her to continue to heal and be happy and to glow up and have all of her opportunities in the world. But I'm kind of just like, there are like single mothers out there who partners leave them and their children behind. It's just, I'm kind of like, I get it. If that makes sense. And then also, now watching all the clips come out from this season and watching the episodes, it's giving, I don't think that because there was this whole rumor going around that it was just a big publicity stunt and it was all fake. I don't think that's true. I think it's all real. I don't think it was a publicity stunt. I think it was all real. I think everything we're seeing is real and what really went down and what really happened. Do I think everybody was blindsided? No. Do I that producer James guy came out and was like, yeah, like we had inklings, but nobody had proof. You know what I mean? I don't think that's fake. Where I think they're doing a little bit of not a misstep, because I understand it. It's that I think now, and I'm going to play a clip so you guys can see what I'm saying. I'll explain it, then I'll play the clip and then we can talk about it. But now with everything that's going on it's coming off scripted and it's coming off fake in the upcoming episodes and like the preview episodes. Not because I think it's fake and not because I do think certain parts are scripted now, but not because I think it's fake. I think it's scripted now because I think what they're doing is a thing called inserts. I think when they pick the cameras back up, I think they are now, or they have filmed, pickup shots and insert shots to enhance the Easter eggs, to pull the narrative of the whole Tom and Raquel thing. I don't think that initially they edited the season to go in the way of Tom and Raquel having an affair. I think they went back and now they've shot new scenes and now they're putting together new things and they've taken the footage they've had to now carry that narrative with the Easter eggs, if that makes sense. So I don't think it's fake. I think the reason why it's coming across fake is because of the insert scenes that they're doing in order to now have the drama be around Tom and Raquel. And I'm going to play this clip and I'm going to tell you why. Another reason why I think that after we play the clip, but let me know if you guys catch it. Okay, here we go.
Sandoval. By the way, Raquel slept at Sandoval's that night, right?
How do you know about this?
Because Katie called me last night, and she was
Katie knows?
Yes. So let's get this straight. A few days ago, Katie was at Villa Rosa working on sandwiches, while Ariana was back home at her grandmother's funeral.
I love it.
They're tasting sandwiches when Ken walks out and drops the mother of all gossip bombs.
I can't believe that Tom Sandoval had Raquel over when Ariana's away.
I know.
In the jacuzzi as well.
What?
And she stayed all night, yeah?
I know.
Are you lying?
I believe that.
Are you spreading rumors?
Marky, come on.
How does he know?
I told him earlier.
Well, what do you know?
Raquel was late because she was hungover.
The day before, Lisa is doing a tasting for the new menu at Sir when Raquel rolls up an hour and a half late.
Hi. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry I'm late.
Tell me why you're late. Sit down here. I want to hear why you're late.
I overslept.
Overslept?
I stayed up late. I went back to Tom's place and we went in the jacuzzi with Schwartz.
Oh, so you were in with both of them?
Just you three? Yeah.
Where did you stay last night?
At Scandoval's. Nothing happened though. Like, it's not
Doesn't
like...
matter whether anything happened. It's just the fact that you
I
were
know
there.
it looks bad. I know. It was just easier to sleep on the couch and stay the night.
Y'all know Lisa, she can sniff bullshit from a mile away. So of course, she calls Sandoval.
Hello, you.
Hey.
I'm calling you because Raquel has just shown up here, an hour and a half late, looking like a bag of shit. And then she says she got so wasted last night and ended up spending the night at your house. That's not funny.
We hung out for a little bit. Just literally dipped out. Like, it's, I don't know. Like, actually, she left early.
Hold on a second. So she didn't stay the night?
I said she dipped out, which is true. She dipped out.
What does dipped out mean?
Dipped out means she left.
She left. She
No,
booked.
no. She did stay the night. So did she spend the night at your house?
I mean, look, like,
No, did she or not? Yes or no?
yes. But, like, dude, like,
I'm not dude.
Dude, I had people crash at my house.
Okay, you guys. Okay. Now we can watch it again in a little bit, but I want to go through a couple of things and see if y'all caught this. Okay. Now, this is what I think. I think that the Lisa and the Ken and the Katie and their beautiful housekeeper or chef, whoever that additional woman is, I think that scene was shot after everything broke. I think that scene shot after everything broke. I think the scene when Lisa is on the phone with Sandoval and Schwartz is in the car, I think that was already shot. I think what also was already shot was when what's her face, Rachel, walks in an hour and a half late. I think that was already shot. I think that Lala and James Kennedy talking about it, I think that was a reshoot after everything happened. So I think those two scenes, Lala and James, happening to have this sit down. Oh, did you know that Tom and Raquel spent the night together? Oh, Katie knows. I think that was a complete insert in order to buffer up, to strengthen up the whole new narrative and the new storyline that's going to lead to Tom and Raquel. And then I also think the whole kitchen scene was set up. I think that I think Lisa and Ken want to make sure that they are inserted into the drama with Scandoval. Do you know what I mean? I think that they both, as they should, it's called Vanderpump Rules, right? So I think that Lisa and Ken both want to make sure that they are inserted. And I also think that Lisa wants to cut, and I love LVP. This is just strategy. It's not a slight to her. It's brilliant. I would actually do the same if I was her. I think she also wants to create the narrative that like she knew, she had the intuition. It's Lisa, nothing gets past Lisa. That's why you have Lala, with her, copy that she's reading, her voiceover being like, nothing gets past Lisa. So then Lisa calls and blah, 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 blah. Like that whole bit to me was so obviously inserts and reshoots in order to have them now go with the narrative around Tom and Raquel. I don't think that prior to them finding out, that was the storyline they were going with. Do you know what I mean? If that makes sense. Another reason, and I think that, and to me, the biggest tell in that whole situation was this, and let me know if you caught this, okay? This was the biggest tell. When Rachel says that she slept over Tom Sandoval's, she says that Schwartz was there too, right? And she's the first person to say, oh, but nothing happened, right? Oh, but nothing happened. And they're like, yeah, well, still, it's weird that you were there, right? Okay, keep that in mind. That's what they said. Then when Lala is like, oh, I think Sandoval has something for Raquel because she slept over, blah, 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 to James. Obviously, Raquel also knows that Shorts was there and or spent the night. How come in the clips we saw, their default is to say, well, what's going on with Sandoval and Raquel? When wasn't the narrative that there was something going on? I mean, and by in real time, I mean in the timeline of the show that we're watching with our two eyes, wasn't the narrative that Rachel and Schwartz had something going on? So in my logical brain, if I'm sitting there, particularly if I'm Katie, my default in my brain isn't going to be, did something happen between Rachel and Sandoval? My default is going to be, did something happen between you and Schwartz? Because that is what the narrative was. Katie lost her damn mind when Rachel and Schwartz hooked up at Sheena's wedding, which was literally 1 or 2 episodes ago, right? Like last episode, right? So how come no one's default question, or at least a question, is, did Rachel hook up with Schwartz when she stayed the night? Because she said her, Schwartz, and Sandoval went back to Sandoval's, aka Ariana's house, and went into the hot tub, and she stayed the night. Me, if I had no idea that she was hooking up with Sandoval, my first response would be, did you hook up with Schwartz? You see what I'm saying? So that to me was the biggest red flag, where I was just like, okay, I get it, producers. I get what you're doing. You are going out, and I think they're called inserts, where you go and you shoot a scene and then you insert it into the rest of the scenes in order to push a certain narrative or push a certain storyline that you want to go. You insert that into it. I get it. But again, 1-800-BRAVO, ding, 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 ding. Hi, executive producers or just producers. If you need someone to help you with a thing called continuity, because the storyline needs to make continual sense, give Candy Washington a call, because it made no sense. It made no sense. It makes sense in light of what we know now. It does not make sense in the timeline that we're actually watching on the show. Do you see what I'm saying? So it's very clear to me that the 2 scenes that were shot after the fact and then inserted was the one in the kitchen with Ken and Katie, and then the one with Lala and James. And they totally skipped like what happened with, Rachel, Raquel wanting to be with Schwartz and all of that stuff. Like, even though they're like, oh, I guess we're just friends, dap it up, stupid stuff. If I hear that Raquel has slept over at Sandoval's and Schwartz is there, given the timeline that we're actually in with the show, logically, the next question should be, did Raquel hook up with Schwartz? Not, did something happen with Raquel and Sandoval? See what I'm saying? So I don't think that it's fake. I think it's just editing, inserts, them trying to push the new narrative, the new storyline. I don't think that Scandoval was, a publicity stunt. I don't think that it's fake or anything like that. It's just coming across very, in my personal opinion, obvious what they're doing. And I get it. That's their job. They just could have done it with a little bit more continuity and logic so we don't see the work. The work is showing. Because I was like, why are they all saying Rachel and Sandoval? We don't know that yet. We don't know that yet, right? So that's, you know what I'm saying? So I think that's what is showing. And then and I think that is what subconsciously is making us go, is this fake? Did you know? You know, blah, 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 blah. But no, I don't think it's fake. I just think it is, I'll say sloppy. I don't think lazy. I just think not even sloppy, because I think they're doing the best they can, right? They're doing the pickup shots, they're doing their insert shots, they're trying to, you know, get the Easter eggs in there. They're trying to get everything to go in. They're doing the best they can. I'm just confused how nobody pre-watched this and said, "Wait a minute, Houston, we have a problem." You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Yeah. And I think the reason why Sandoval's trying to lie, like, oh no, she dipped out early, because I do think that scene was already shot. Because this is the thing. I think the scene where Rachel comes in an hour and a half late, and the scene where LVP calls Schwartz and Sandy because they're both in the car together, I think that was already recorded, because that is how they knew to give those lines to Ken. Do you see what I'm saying? So they took that information and they said, "Oh, Ken needs a cameo this season. Ken, Ken needs some lines, okay? Ken needs some lines. Let's give these lines to Ken Todd." And then that's the lines they gave to Ken. Ken got up and said, "What do I have to say? Oh, can you believe blah, blah, blah. Okay, where are the dogs?" Like, Ken could not be bothered. But Lisa Vanderpump was like, "I need some screen time, and I need my husband to get some screen time. Give us some lines," right? So I think all of that was true. But I don't think they ran through that storyline in the beginning, because they may have sensed it, but they didn't know it. See what I'm saying? Whew, that was a lot, you guys. I'm dropping the link in case anybody wants to come up and hang out and talk. No pressure, but you can come on up. All right, let's see what you guys are saying. All right. Barbara says, "I agree with you 100% because I could see what's going on. So I find it hard to believe the people that worked with them didn't see what we're seeing now." Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. I think they saw it, and I think they probably speculated, but I don't think it was solidified. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think it was confirmed until everything blew up. Because it is kind of like, everybody kind of knows when someone's being cheated on, but nobody like really says it to the person's face, unfortunately. I think it's kind of one of those things. I think production knew way more than what they're saying that they knew now. They're probably trying to make sure they keep their jobs. If a producer comes out and is just like, "Oh, guess what? We knew the entire time, surprise," they're probably going to get fired for that. Hey, Jacob.
Hi.